Welcome back, everyone. Today we're in Giants Editor, and I'm Jewel. I'm working on the Jewel's Peaceful Valley map. This is just my map I've been working on for me, but as I've said in the past, if it works out good and I can release it, I would release it, but it won't be on ModHub. It'll just be me giving it out or whatever. But we'll see. I don't know. No promises. Not in a hurry. Just me working casually on my map. I've been showing tutorials on how to do things on the map so that you can work on your own map. So check out my playlist, and it's called Giants Editor Tutorials and so on, how to's. So check that out if you want to learn about map making in the Giants Editor. For Farming Simulator 22 in this case, but also it's been Farming Simulator 19. So as you can see, we've put fields in place. We've got little spots marked out. This is for forest stuff. That's going to be a road. This is a field. This is going to be, the little circles are going to be where we put houses and sheds. This right here is just a little road that honestly we need to deal with it a little bit. But we're not ready to fool with it right now, but we can just clean it up just a hair. It's not that big a deal. But anyway, we're going to paint down a little bit of a road because we need to kind of mark out where we're going to go with this road. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to leave it where it is for the most part, that it's going to be here. And we'll just say it comes down, roughly speaking. I think right here we need to turn it. And we just go ahead and widen it up a bit here because we may have to adjust that. And then basically take that road on down because we're going to have to come across at some point this water. And so we didn't want it too close to there, obviously. So when we drive by, we'll be able to see the water there. We'll have to adjust the ground, obviously, but we're just painting right now. We're just getting it into position, getting the idea kind of how the road's going to go. I think I'm going to take it right across here. I think that'd be the most natural flow of things, I would assume. It could change, I don't know. I may not like it. And roughly speaking, say there's going to be a bridge there maybe. We'll just paint it right across just to. And these other pieces you see are not necessarily going to be there. Now, this one might actually, but and I didn't mean to curve that. We'll fix that. I'm all over the place with that piece. This is a temporary bridge. So let me see. And that has to come across, so we'll have to adjust it obviously to whatever we need. And I don't. It depends on how I want to do that road. Like I say, that's all subject to change. But that's just a basic spot saying, hey, there's going to be a bridge here, a road here. So I'm not like too concerned right now about any major details with it. Just need something there to say, hey, here's a road. Till we get ready to really mess with it. Alright? And then we're going to look on up. We'll probably have to draw. I think I'm using the wrong dirt for this. It's not important, I'm just saying. We'll see if we make it straight across and take this side off a little or not. Whatever we need to do to make it look right, we will. But that's just temporary stuff, so I don't want to commit to any of it. So basically, if you turn, we'll adjust the road to where it's correct, and then you'll hopefully can be able to turn properly. Turn, turn, and then you're like, oh, and then you'll go that way. But we'll obviously have the level changed as well till it does what it needs to do. But then otherwise you'll go straight. Um, we'll have to adjust all that ground, and then this gets you over here to a bridge. It gets you across here, which will be quite the bridge, and you'll be able to see all up this way as you're crossing it, and then you'll be able to see all down there as you're crossing it. So I think that'll do as a spot for it. And it's near this little point that you're going to be selling stuff, so roughly speaking, and we'll adjust it a little bit, obviously. And then we'll obviously have to have a bridge coming across somewhere else. We're not going to just leave it at that. So somewhere over here we'll probably put a bridge. of doing something. I'm imagining it'll have to be um, somewhere up here. Say, oh, I got it on the wrong thing. Hang on. Say we paint that going straight. Well, we'll probably have a bridge over here somewhere, and it'll just come across. We'll put it however we need to, but this is just giving me a rough idea. It's nothing finalized, nothing permanent. That's just a guesstimate right there. Kind of what it's going to be. Now remember, this little field is not going to be here. That was just preliminary stuff. I was just showing examples, and we're not worried about that. So there's that. Alright, so now we got it kind of drew out to what the shape was going to look like, roughly speaking. So we're just going to come on down and think about what's going to happen. Okay, so if we come across and we come out of there, we're going to come, and once this is all adjusted right, it's obviously going to be a little lower on this side and a little higher on this side. But once we come out, we'll be able to see, where we're going to go, what we're going to do. And as you can see down here really nicely. So we can put the fields down there without any real problems, hopefully. So what I'm thinking is we need a house right at the end of this road, I would have guessed, potentially, or up on that hill to where you see some sort of driveway up to a house on a hill. I don't know. What do you think? Somewhere up here? We already painted this one in, so we can't take that one away necessarily. We can, but should we? No, not really. So we don't want to go too far back, but basically the house could go right here. Right at the top of this hill, roughly speaking. Right here. Well, lined up with the road. So let's paint that real quick, just to give us an example. I'm going to paint it with the round brush, the round brush, and then come down a little bit to make it not so big. Okay, it's not doing it. All right, let's roll down without having to change my position and go to concrete. All right, just to give me an example. So roughly speaking, a house here, so that when you get to the end of that, you see a house. Okay, and then there'll be a shed, obviously. So we'll put another little mark for a shed, whatever the case. Those two things. And that'll be either too big or too little, but we'll obviously adjust it. Alright, and this will have to be adjusted. We may even have to move that forward, actually. See that? I put it too far over. Why don't we put it up on the hill a little better, and then paint this back like that. Alright, that ought to do. Just something, to give us an idea of where the house is going to be at the end of this. And we actually have quite the size there. Should I do a really big field there? I mean, that's pretty far to the house you're going to be living in at the end of this so-called road. Or if we even put the road right there, I just want them to be able to see the house when they coming out. When they turn out, I want them to hopefully be able to see it. We'll see if they can. I don't know. It might be too high or too far away. It's actually pretty far, but we'll see. It's pretty far. But they'll at least be able to see a nice field. So that's what I'm thinking we'll do. What do we want the field to look like? You can see what we have already. Let me back out where we can get a better angle. So we got quite a bit going on there. I think we're going to have to put some more trees up in here. What do y'all think? I think that we need them. We need a bunch of trees. So let's put some more trees. Let's grab that tree stuff over there and say that this, roughly speaking, say it comes all up in here, comes back here, something like so, and say that it comes behind all these people's houses too. or we could do a field of grass. I didn't mean to go that far. Naturally. Let me get that out of the way. Okay. Something like that. As long as we got some sort of trees. Um, let's put it a little further. Let's put it up here like so. And put that there. We're gonna save a little room. We don't want to take it all. That's gonna be like a tree line there. And then when we come down, we got more options on. We're gonna make maybe a couple more businesses. One here, I guess. Unless I just do fields all over here. We'll think about it. I'm not sure what I want to put there. This is that other place. I forgot what it was. One of those places, the sell points or whatever you want to call it. Alright, and let me see. We need to paint some more field stuff. This one needs to be surrounded by the trees. That's what I was going to do and I didn't get to do. So let's back out and grab this tree stuff. And we're going to say that behind this building is trees. I didn't mean to go that far. And it goes up behind this house here. Alright, and we'll fix that. We went a little far. There's an accident. And we'll just tuck it in right there. Curve it just a little. We don't want it too much. We want to give a little room for grass. And we're going to curve this kind of like so. Like that. So it's not just straight. Let's give this a little more here. Whoop, grab the wrong thing. Give it a little more curve. Something like that. And all of that subject to change. And now we have this building here, whatever we're going to put. And then we'll see trees. See? Then we'll have maybe another building. Okay, across from here. Then this is our little cell place or whatever you want to call it. Whatever this place is. I don't even remember. One of the places. There it is. Biomass energy. And so we'll put some sort of businesses across from it. And then we need another house with a field down here. So what I'm trying to decide is where's that house going to be? We don't really want a house right over there, do we? If we're going to put a business in. So where are we going to put the house? Are we going to put the house, put the field first, and then make them drive through a dirt path, backwood type deal to get to their house? I think that would be fun. We got this place here in the backwoods. Let me back out where I can actually see what's going on. If this area here is good, we could put it here. It's a little bit slopey. I need to clean this little speck up right here. I don't like that. Get out of there. Alright. Let's see what we got here. So if we do a field here, we gotta have a house. We got this other house we're gonna have a field with. We want to have a neighbor somewhere in a backwoods situation. How about right in the middle? But that's such a perfect spot for a field. I'd hate to do that. I mean, look at it. It'd be perfect for a field. I mean, that could be like the massive field. Look at it. It's huge. Let me think. What if we put the house over here? After we fix this road, because it's obviously going to have to come up. Let's fix it a little bit. Let's see if we can fix the road just a hair. Just to get a little better situation going on. We're gonna have to bring it up some. And we're not gonna fix it all. Like I said, I'm not wanting to fix every bit of it. Alright, we're gonna have to back out where we can see what's going on. We're getting crazy here. Alright, let's fix that first before we do that. Get this curve going on. Alright, I went a little too far, but that's okay. You get the point, right? You get the point. We can't go too far. See what I'm saying? There we go. And that's gonna have to be adjusted up there. But you get the point. This all's gotta be adjusted too, so don't hold me to none of that stuff. Now this is gonna be a steep little hill here, but we're gonna have to fix the road, like I said, quite a bit, so. Alright. We probably should fix the road before we get too crazy with it. But you get the point. They look down, there's the valley. I mean, let me fix this a little more. I don't want to leave it crazy. There we go. Get that side better. Try to make it flow with it off over there. There we go. Flow it over here. There. It's a little better. Let me look over here. I gotta try to get this over here. This is an issue. Let me angle myself where I can see what's going on. Alright. Let's fix this. Get this. Grab the top up here. Bring it on down. And across like always. And smooth it right on out. Smooth it right on out. I'm trying to be real careful here. Stay off of the road when you're doing this side because you don't want to knock the road down in the gully as best you can. And just keep going over it. Some of it's gonna knock it down a little. I'll have to try to fix it just a little. Try to fix it. And try to fix this just without touching that if I can. Go down on that as much as possible. And it don't have to be perfectly smooth, but you get the point. Alright, so now that comes along. And we'll have to adjust it here. You can see that's not right. So let's take care of that real quick. Situate it. Bring it back some more. Alright, I think we're good enough for now. Getting an idea of what it's going to do. It's going to come down and it's going to go around. Obviously it may not be this wide. You get the point. This part needs to go on and come up, I guess. Let's go on and finish it out. Or at least get close to where we want. We're going to bring it all the way over. We're going to take some of this out. We're going to smooth all that on this side too. I'm going to smooth it off the edge right here. Alright, this side's going to have to come up, so we're going to grab this and bring this up. And I went too far, so I need to undo that. That was an accident, and I don't want it to do that. Because if you go that far, you damaged a lot of places. So this can go right on over here. Right on over here a little more. And then we're going to smooth it. Smoothy, smoothy. Smooth the edges. Smooth them on down. And then we're going to come right across here. We'll fix some more of that on that side in a second, but this is the focus right here. Try to stay right in the middle of it so you can keep it kind of situated. Got to get a little there, but you're just getting it situated. Alright, for the most part, that's good for now. You get the point. We'll have to do a little more. It's not really far enough. Okay. But there we go, roughly speaking. And then that'll change over there. And this is obviously gonna have to change. So you're gonna grab here, you're gonna grab up higher, you're gonna go on and bring it over. We'll probably bring this on over again because I want to do something there. This is coming up to there, to there. Smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. We'll fix that in a minute. We're probably not going to do all of it today anyway. And then we're going to smooth this right back down. Now that's still not going to be cooperating because we smoothed it, but we can try to knock it back up straighter because we want that piece to be straighter, you know, because we do want it to be a road that kind of connects up, you know. So we don't mind it being straighter right there, you know. There we go. And that's just temporary. We're not going to do the whole road, obviously. We got a lot more to do to it before it's all said and done. But you get the point. And now we're going to come back over here and say if we come down this road, we can have a house. So you coming this way, you ain't got up that hill yet. We can look down and see a house. So we could put the house here. Let's just put that house right there. Let's grab this and just see what it looks like. I'm trying to adjust it because, oh, I grabbed the, let's undo that one and grab this one. I thought I grabbed the right one. There we go. And potentially we'll have to adjust the ground, but there'll be a shed potentially in the back part. This could be potentially grass or woods. And then we can grab the dirt over here and say, okay, well, we could grab this dirt or whatever it is and say, hey, this is where we're coming into this at. We could come here and we could just drive in, or however we want to drive into the property. Say it's there. And then if we don't like that, we can change it, but we got to get there somehow. And then the fields are going to go and be around it. So we're going to make sure we're on the field one. And we're going to back out so we can see. This will have to be adjusted. The ground shape will, obviously. And the house will be maybe this one, and this will be the shed, and then the field will be behind it somehow. Alright, and then we'll just paint the fields. So we'll say there's a field here, and it just kind of comes up and goes, and we can do it however we think we need to do it, really. We've got so many different shapes to do, you know. This one could be something like that, something like so. It's just really hard to say, and that's a little close to that shed, but potentially it depends on what we're doing with the shed, you know, how we actually build it. So some of this will change anyway. Let's make that bigger. There we go. And it's bigger than it looks. So you can't tell, but it's bigger than it looks. Alright, and then say there's a field there. So when you're driving on your road, which will have to be leveled and it'll change some things, you'll see, but that might be too steep. Yeah, that's steep. I'm not going to put no part of the field there. So we're going to take that away. Take this away. This is going to be either grass or trees or something. I don't know. And we'll just bring this up a little closer up here. Give it another shape potentially. I don't want to get too close to the road. We look like we're going up that hill again. I don't want to go up that hill. Try to go down a little. There we go. Give it a little more shape. Give this maybe more straightness potentially. Alright, and then we'll just go have a look. Okay, that's still a little too much because we're on that slope. Should we pull it off of that hill? Or do we not want to? Let's pull it off, see how it looks. I don't want to get too crazy. There we go. We don't want to go too far. Alright. Let's get that and take it because it looks like the field can curve here. Because it doesn't look like the hill is a problem there. And we got to get some more shape going on. Like so. Alright, let's try to shape this up a little better. We'll see. Roughly speaking. And again, we'll probably back off of that a little, but once we adjust the ground, we'll get the grass distance and all that right. But once they're driving, see, they can handle some of this. I just don't want them to be all the way up that crazy hill. And then, I don't even think I want them to be on this piece of it. Let me see how far I want them to go here. So let's take that away. We don't want, get off of that hill. We ain't gonna go all the way up there. We're gonna just kind of ride the edge like so. Let's make another curve and we'll adjust the field obviously because it's gonna be way bigger than we would want. Just trying to get this shape where I can see it. Okay, nice. That's not bad actually. That's not bad actually. Let me look at a better angle where I can actually see. I don't mind it being a big field. Almost. Let me see. Grab the grass over here. Let's grab this again and make it more rounded. That ain't bad. This needs to be a little more rounded. And then that needs to be a little more rounded. But I'm okay with that, I think. We might even take this and do it like so. Let me think. Whoop, accidentally grabbed the wrong thing. Do it like that. Then we'll have that grass over there. And we're just getting that little shape because it needs something. And then this can come on around right there. I think that's going to do good enough. Got a nice little field. I think it's okay. Got this little strip that comes out here. I couldn't see very good under that shadow, so we need to adjust that just a little bit. Just a little. Something like so, roughly speaking. Maybe bring it back a little like so. Sometimes these don't quite turn the way you want them to. There we go. Maybe that'll do that this side. Something or another. It's kind of hard to see it. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah, that's good. Pretty sure that'll work. Alright. So we have that shape of the field. Then they're going to have some more woods potentially, or we could put them another field. The road's going to come to here. This is going to be a house, and obviously we'll have to adjust it. Um, it's not going to be. It's not going to look like that. We're going to have to rotate this around a little bit. I don't like that. Let's fix it. All right. Let's get rid of that a little bit just for a second. Okay, so let's say the house. Let me see. Um, you come in, there'll be a driveway, and say you have a shed there and a house somewhere there. This can come in if it's just pretend it's a driveway or whatever, and then it can either park in between or in front of here, and then you could have some decorative stuff, trees, whatever. And this can now come closer, or we can put more field. I could actually put more field if I want. Let me look at it. I don't mind that. Actually, let's give that a go. Let's take from over there. We'll put in some field here. Looks like an eyeball. Let's get that painted in. Alright. Uh-huh. Let's get it curved a little more. We don't want to go up too high though. I'll have to adjust that. Okay. That looks kind of funny. We can say it comes over here just a hair. Potentially. We don't want to go too far there. Let's try these a little bit. We'll have to adjust it if that's a bad spot. Well, I gotta look at the ground shape a little bit. Okay, that's what I was talking about. It's a little steep. And remember, some of that's gotta be changed. But that ain't terrible. I think we could get a tractor over that. Potentially. What does that look like? I don't know. A Y? I don't know what it is. Almost looks like a hat. Or anything. Who knows? Alright. So we got these two fields that can belong to here. We potentially could put another field or put woods in that rest of that spot. Let me back out and think. Do we want to put woods in there so that they're surrounded by trees? So it feels more isolated. Where's that other place at? There it is. So they're surrounded by that set of trees. That would block them in for sure, potentially. And that would be a nice bit of trees for sure. And it would be enough area that you could expand after you cut down all the trees. So potentially that's going to be trees. I'm trying to decide if I want to do more fields. That's a tough decision. I don't know. Because I got a lot of field of trees right here and here. I just don't know if that's too much or too little. We're going to have a lot more over there though, so that's my thing. And there's going to be other areas that have trees too. But this will be close to this place. Which would be, cool because it matches up to those other trees over there. Let me think. Let's try it. Let's just go for it and see. I don't know. I don't know. Some of that can be trees, and then some of that, and that may be way too much. And if it is, we can make some of it like grass stuff. We don't want to get too close to this field though. Let's try to back off a little. Let's do it where it's reasonable. I don't want to get too close to the house either. Let's back off to give it some grass area and then curve it up here like so. We don't want to get too close over there anyway. Alright, that ought to do. Because there's a lot of slope right here. I don't want to go too far, but I'm trying to hide it in there a little bit. Because I want them to feel like they're not just out in the open. I went a little close to the road here. It's okay. We'll fix it. Alright, let's get this away from the road. Get away from the road. Something like so. We'll curve it. We want to have plenty of room for that to work right. So, try to take this corner of this field off and it won't let me. I don't want to go too far. There we go. There we go. And remember, there was supposed to be another business there, so I gotta be careful not to take its place. Oh, and that's gotta be adjusted. I didn't realize I went that far. You see how far I went with that? That's why you gotta be careful. I went way off over here. I didn't want to do that. I'm gonna have to fix that. And let's fix it. I'm gonna try to grab it right there and hope that it did what it needed to do. Get back to where you belong. Let's see if we can't get it situated. I didn't mean for it to change my road over there. That was an accident. Okay. We still got all that to tend to over there, so there's that. And let's fix this over here. Smoothing with the smooth button. And hopefully we fixed it enough. I didn't mean to take that away to where it dipped it. There we go. I think that looks okay. I think we fixed it. At least enough until we get ready to work on it. Yeah. And then they still could be a business of some sort here. I guess we'll go ahead and paint that just to give us that idea of a business. We'll go ahead and put it on a square, and we can just pop in a little spot here. This is gonna be some sort of business of some sort. Okay. Whatever the case, not trying to be precise or nothing. Alright, so the trees are going to be there. You're going to be able to cut them down. There'll probably be trees here. Let's see, should we paint trees here or not? I might just make it grass. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Because I'll have to see in game what I want. Because I want to be able to see. And then again, I don't know. We may end up making it some sort of rock. So that it's a rock looking face here. Why don't we paint in a rock face and just when we go in the game next time we can think about it. So let's paint that on. I gotta go find one. I don't know which one I want. Get off of there. Alright, what do we want? Rock. Let's just do rock. Well, get back up to the top. Give me my brush. I like the round brush when I'm doing this kind of thing. Alright, let's see what we got. I'm just not a fan of 22's rocks. I don't know. It's just me. I liked 17. FS17. Alright, I'm just going to paint it here. Obviously, you would paint it differently. You could paint it with, this is temporary. Okay, this is not final. I want to look at it in game, see how it's going to look with a rock. We'll change it, make it different pieces, whatever, you know. So, something like so, just giving me an idea of what it's going to feel like. We'll do that in game. We'll look at it in game when we go checking out all these things. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly that. And this is obviously going to have to come up, be adjusted, obviously. But we're not going to work on that just yet. This will be a little spot of green grass right here, probably. And we got these trees. So we'd be in the backyard of the fence. And we'll see grass everywhere, then trees everywhere. We could adjust that a little if we need to. If we have to, we'll kind of run it up this back piece, kind of block that area off a little. So then when they're working, then they see a tree line off right here instead of the back of their houses. Let's go ahead and do that potentially. Potentially, we don't want it too big though. Like it. That's not where I wanted it. Sometimes it just jumps away from you. You trying to do something and it's gone. Alright, let's just run it right here. And we'll make it a little bit bigger. Just something to say, hey, there. And that way, that's the tree line. It's giving them privacy. You still got the grass. You got your privacy. You got your house here. They got their privacy. Something like that. It's just all, just little pieces here and there. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I don't want to get too carried away. Um, I got to test a lot of this in game to see if it looks like it's going to be good enough for what we want. But I guess we're going to call that good here. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.